Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you for your continued support. I appreciate it. All right, we're getting into Virgo today, so we're gonna go down to the singing bowl, and then I'm gonna get into your guys' reading. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance, protection, unconditional love. I'm grateful for all known and unknown, seen and unseen, divine energy, guiding, allowing, and protecting us as we receive these messages with an open heart and mind. I pray these messages of healing and protection reach those who need them and those who will fully embrace and express their own divine energy for the highest and most loving good. As we walk on this path of love, healing, and redemption, may your healing light touch, taint, and transmute all darkness with understanding, acceptance, and faith in the holy light of love. Amen, and thank you, Spirit. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, so we're doing a little 5-card spread with the Terra Animal Oracle. I've been reading these. I've been reading all 4 sections, although that is taking a little long. So I may just read what resonates the most with the reading, but I've been reading them all because these are general readings, and some of them might resonate with others while some don't. So the first card out is going to be the issue or the situation where you're at right now. This is a life path spread. The second card is kind of where you're headed here. The third card is the first step to get on path or towards the direction it is you're going. The fourth card is your strength, and the fifth card would be your soft spot or your weakness. Okay, Virgo, so let's see where you guys are at right now. Where's Virgo Spirit? Thank you. Let's just do that. Ooh, and it's thundering, you guys. I love storms. All right, we got the praying mantis, and it's mindfulness. Being aware and very mindful right now with the praying mantis coming out is where you're at. Let's see here. Let's put that one right there. I was feeling that this could be kind of a spiritual reading when I was doing the singing bowl, kind of a trying to bring peace and meditation and stuff like that. I was feeling that. But let's see where this is headed. It's mindfulness, or why we need to be mindful here. All your cards are coming up towards the top, too. The salmon, and it did come out reversed, and it's discomfort, yes. So there is a feeling here of needing to be really in a stable and sound frame of mind through some things that may be uncomfortable. I know the energies I've been feeling haven't been the most comfortable. So you're not the only one feeling this if this is resonating with you. There's just something big happening here with everybody. Some people are really trying hard to move through these energies, and some people are trying to hang on to the old, and it's just really causing some conflict, which can help us to become more aware of what we want, what we need in our life, and also it can just make us stronger when we get through that without like losing our bearings. So that's kind of what I'm feeling right now, is not losing your bearing. With the discomfort, make yourself as comfortable as possible right now. If this includes some kind of meditation, prayer, reading, anything like that that just comforts you, do that for yourself right now. The first step is take initiative. So, not to let others' energy or things around you kind of determine your path. Take the initiative to do what you need to do to get in a more comfortable position for yourself. That is what I'm getting. So let's see what your strength is here. Here we go. And it's manifestation. Okay, so this is also saying to me that right now you are in strong creation mode. So there's times when our energy is just rapidly becoming, okay, and it's powerful energy, and it's like you think negative thoughts, negative things happen. You try to stay positive, try to think optimistic thoughts, optimistic things happen. Or, at the very minimum, things are more optimistic, so they feel better, which makes everything else better, which makes for a better outcome, no matter what situation you're in. So the mindfulness with the manifestation here tells me that this is a strong point to you. This is a strong energy you have right now going on for you. It also could go against you if you're thinking negative thoughts. So to be mindful, that's why at the center of this reading, it's being very mindful, and you may be aware of this. That you need to keep yourself comfortable, optimistic, positive through some energies here. That's what I'm getting. And let's see what the weak spot is here. Compassion. Needing to show yourself and others around you more compassion as you go through these energies also. That could be another reason why mindfulness is here. On the bottom, we have love. This could be about just love, a love situation, or just bringing more love to the table. Even in rough discomfort. But there is a feeling here of needing to bring that love forward a little more. Be mindful of what you're bringing forward. If you bring hate and discontent forward, that's what's going to manifest. If you bring love forward, that's what's going to manifest. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and read this mindfulness, the praying mantis. Pause to pray. How often do you stop to ground yourself? I was feeling that. The praying mantis says that no matter how mindful you feel, you could be more present than you are now. This otherworldly insect is well known for its prayer stance. It adopts this iconic pose as it focuses on its prey, preparing for the moment of capture. The praying mantis enters your reading when you need to find a serene state of focus to arrive at full awareness. Cultivating and exploring the immediate moment and restricting yourself from the desire to mentally, emotionally, or physically move forward or backward is imperative. This card is a sign that you need to scale back some of the noise. Maybe not try to make as much happen, but just to ground yourself, center yourself. The second section is your mind's eye. With 2 sets of compound eyes and 3 eyes in the middle of their head, the praying mantis has no trouble seeing what's in front of them at each moment. The development of mindfulness allows you to find what you're looking for. It is through taking the time to ground yourself in the now that you will succeed later on. This animal cautions looking too far ahead, planning too far in advance, and skipping over your present life for what you believe to be waiting in the future. Acknowledging what lies right in front of you. Don't get caught up in the idea that you aren't there yet. You've arrived. The question is whether you are mindful enough to know it. So whatever's going on right now, Virgo, you're right where you need to be. You just need to be mindful of what it is you're taking in from the experience or the situation, whatever this is, and see what it's trying to offer you in the moment. Don't try to, and that could be why manifestation is a strong point, because you're trying to manifest something in the future, which we all are, I think. We all want a better future, a brighter future, a more peaceful future, whatever it is. But this is really saying, staying in the moment. But, I am feeling like this is where you're at. This first step is initiative. So when we get to that, and that could be actually moving out of this place of stillness, meditation. So it depends on where you're at in this process. But yeah, it could mean, it's time to move. Maybe move forward with to get out of an uncomfortable position. Now, I don't think sitting with yourself and, being present is uncomfortable, but it can be if you've been doing it a long time and nothing's really happening around you. Let's go ahead and see what else the cards have to say. Waiting patiently. The praying mantis is patient. They're happy to silently stalk prey while they wait for the exact moment to ambush. You're being called to uphold a core tenet of mindfulness, patience. Instead of pushing or yearning, allow things to unfold with time. Accept the present moment without expectations for what it could or should be. The praying mantis says that you need to slow your body and mind. This struggle is not one outside yourself, but a struggle to fully appreciate and enjoy where you currently stand. Leaving feelings of judgment behind. This card tells you that as you patiently grow your practice of awareness, you will become aware of the answers that were always there. The ecosystem is the bat, the caterpillar, and the hummingbird. The bat says our intuition is fed by almost nothing more than a practice of mindfulness. As you grow your present awareness and let go of the need to consciously and logically dissect, you will begin to see what only intuition can. The caterpillar. Anticipation can hinder our ability to be mindful. Whether you are anticipating something positive or negative, you are in jeopardy of walking past what is right there for you, waiting right there for you. The hummingbird. When we hone mindfulness, this unlikely prey of the praying mantis describes what incredible achievements are to be gained when you no longer expect, and when you no longer create a template for a future and a present moment to adhere you will step fully into the potential of your current circumstances. Okay, so I feel like you may be trying to push something or manifest something at a time when you may need to be taking some, not only a step back, but there's also a feeling of needing to do work too. In today's rush, we all think too much, seek too much, want too much, and forget about the joy of just being. I love that. Okay, so that is the praying mantis, you guys. So let's go over here to discomfort. And this is your desires, or where you are wanting to go here, where you're headed or where you want to go. Yeah, and it's discomfort, but it did come out reverse. So I think you just want to be in a more comfortable place right now, whoever this is resonating for. And you just want to be more comfortable, more at peace, more relaxed, more happy. And the love was on the bottom, so maybe feeling a lot more feelings without discomfort. So let's go ahead and read the salmon. Mission Impossible. And this is the salmon card. The salmon exemplifies persevering through discomfort better than almost any other creature on Earth. This fish makes an impossible journey to get back to fresh water, the fresh water they were born in, by fighting and rushing falls. The salmon has no choice but to hurl themselves over the water, swimming against the current to return home. Making attempt after attempt, they don't give up until they get over it. This card acknowledges the discomfort that you are in or soon to face. So yeah, that's why I feel like being mindful right now is really important, because this discomfort is going to teach you something about how you get through discomfort. With mindfulness, groundedness, not thinking too far ahead, being in the moment. That's definitely coming through here. Don't give up. Be as persistent as the salmon. You are swimming upstream. It shouldn't be easy. Feel assured that you are experiencing discomfort. If you are experiencing discomfort, you are headed in the right direction. And the next section is out to sea. The salmon's journey is a cycle. They are born in fresh water, move to live the majority of their lives in salt water, and return to fresh water again. That's kind of what I'm feeling, is like you're wanting to get to fresh water after being in some salty water, maybe like being in kind of, or this is coming in where it's going to get salty, or it's going to get gritty. And this was in Leo's reading too, you guys. It's like this grittiness, and I'm feeling it too. Like there's this energy of things getting kind of nitty gritty, down to the nitty gritty, and it's feeling, it doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel comfortable. but we need to get through this with being present in the moment and just keeping our bearings is what I keep getting. It keeps coming to mind. As these fish journey out to salt water in the open ocean, their bodies must adjust to change. Yeah, there's something changing here. If you are moving, give yourself time to adjust along the way. Allow this to be a period of transition. Find some comfort in the discomfort. The big open ocean is an overwhelming place, but you don't want to live in your tiny stream forever. Put yourself out there and take risks. With time, you will realign to a bigger and better place that you are moving towards. Collapse and defeat is the next section, and it says if you are journeying into new waters, you may need some adjustment time. Don't push yourself too far. The salmon who ends its journey upstream exhausted will die after spawning. You want to make the journey more than once. Take care of yourself, especially when you feel discomfort. Alternatively, the salmon could be asking you to break the cycle you are in. If you find yourself swimming in the wrong direction, unable to keep your head above water, it could be time to abandon the journey and reroute. Be sure that you don't lack direction in your life. The discomfort you are experiencing could be a red flag that you are on the wrong path. Only you know if you are swimming upstream towards a better place or just fighting the current without a reason. The ecosystem is the grizzly. This predator makes an appearance as the salmon makes its journey upstream, as it knows there will be a bounty of nourishment along the falls. If something is causing you discomfort, don't hide away. Face it head on. Discomfort asks you to manage solitude. When you do so, you are better in tune with yourself and more apt to traverse the rushing water. You are being called to find the delicate balance. Don't allow discomfort to push you too far into your hole. I feel like I need to put myself in this position of discomfort and exploration just to survive. I feel like I'm going crazy if I don't. Karen O said that. So this feels like it's something, a lot of, and I know this is happening, it's a lot of psychic stuff, a lot of emotional stuff, a lot of water energy coming through. It's really feeling, yeah, it's like, but it's not like cleansed water, okay? Like you might be working on your cleansing or purifying process. There's a lot going on around that just feels murky, unknown, dirty, gritty. So it's really important to keep ourselves, if you're in this process, you know how important it is to protect your process of mindfulness and being aware of kind of what's going on and not being judgmental about it, but yes, showing compassion and knowing that everybody's at a different place in this process. And although you may be further up the stream, you know, somebody else may be still fighting to get over that hump. And, you know, you could be there too. It just depends where you're at in this process. But it's really saying, stay in the moment, focus on what you're doing and just getting through the right now. And also take care of yourself, make yourself comfortable as you do this. Don't jump too far ahead and thinking about what's to come. Just stay in the moment. I'm feeling that. It can help make you a little more, uncomfortable, but comfortable in the long run, if that makes sense. That's what this is feeling like. It's feeling like kind of letting this discomfort teach you something about how you can kind of hold your center, hold your ground, and let things kind of happen around you and kind of just know that it's leading you somewhere better. It's not going to be, I talk about this a lot on my channel. It's not instant gratification. I've gotten myself in my life into a lot of issues, trouble, and from instant gratification. It's just, we need to take our time with things. We need to let things unfold as naturally as we can, even though we are strong manifestors. We are strong creators, especially, co-creators, especially when you're working with spirit, and you understand the energies around you, you understand how to work with them. Right now, it's really feeling like just saying, not even really manifesting anything right now, except for just holding your own, being very aware of where you're at, what you're looking at, and what's there right now as an opportunity for you right now that could help you make you feel more comfortable or experience this in a more comfortable way, because it is feeling kind of gritty. Like I said, this whole set of readings, this is the energy kind of going through. Just feels a little uncomfortable, but nothing we can't get through, guys. So let's go to initiative, okay? And this is the woodpecker, and this is the first step, which is kind of, just by the word, it's sounding against what I'm saying, but initiative is a lot of things. It's when you take control over what you're doing, only what you're doing, really. It's like knowing, or taking control over the situation, yourself. If some other stuff is trying to, around you, some other energies, whatever, trying to suck you in or make something happen, that just holding your initiative. What is it you are working for? And if you need to take reign or take initiative in a situation, to remain mindful, like walk away, or like go be by yourself, or like take care of yourself, or go for a walk, or take a shower, then that's what's important. You need to take care of yourself. And this could be just really taking care of yourself, initiative, not letting other things take control over the situation. You keep control over what you have control over. And you don't have control over others, you guys. We can only control ourselves. Which will influence others, maybe, if they are not suffering from like spiritual narcolepsy or anything like that. It's like, yeah, there's a lot going through the air right now. You're going to really be seeing those instances and people that just aren't doing the work, just are asleep to this whole process of getting better or getting more. And I want to say, yeah, getting better, because there's a lot of toxicity in a lot of energy that we've been trying to heal and release and purify and transmute into lessons and wisdom and tools for teaching and helping others. And a lot of people just, they aren't doing that. But it doesn't mean you have to let that pull you off your path. And that is a message in the air right now. There's a lot, you guys, going on here. Let's go to the woodpecker. Knock, knock. The woodpecker, this is the woodpeckers. Okay. The woodpecker starts knocking when there is something you are supposed to be doing, but you are avoiding it. What happened to your initiative? The woodpecker's food is often hiding inside trees, but that doesn't stop this bird from getting what they want. They use their powerful beaks to drill into tree bark, meeting their prey at home turf. It's time for you to use the same initiative in your life. This bird enters your reading when answers and abundance lie before you. But you will not be carried to them. Feeling unmotivated is the first step towards pushing yourself to stop waiting and start doing. It's very interesting because we got this real mindful energy, this real like sitting and kind of seeing what's right in front of you. And this is taking the initiative to utilize what's right there for you to create better circumstances. So it's not thinking, what can I do in the future? What have I done in the past? It's what can I do right now to make something positive happen in my life or for myself or for my situation. First dibs. When you work up a little initiative, and this is also with it said, it's not a time to be lazy. It's a time to do something. I was feeling that like spiritually not doing the work. It's not a time to sit back and not do the work. It's a time to sit and be mindful of the work you're doing, even in the places you're at, with what you're being, what's right there in front of you to work with. So it's really taking what's right there and taking the initiative to still do the work in spite of if it looks like I can't work with this or this isn't going to take me anywhere. There's something right there to work with, and it's saying to do that, not to just, it's weird because it's like, I feel like it's like physically backing away, but continuing to do the work energetically, like, or spiritually, however you want to look at that, you guys. But this is feeling very, and it can be uncomfortable because it's like you want to jump in and make something happen, but you are just by being mindful, just by taking care of yourself, just by showing that you can appreciate the moment, or you can be in the moment and work with the moment, make the moment work for you. That's what I'm getting. It says, talk about busy. If you feel like you're stuck in quicksand and that you've come to a screeching halt, the woodpecker reminds you that once you get started, it will feel a lot easier. If you're worried you are in the wrong place, this bird is encouragement that you are where you're supposed to be. It's just a matter of taking the next step. If you're sitting around and expecting things to start happening, they won't. It's all up to you. The beauty is that when you show up early, you get first dibs. When you use your initiative, you can make the situation into whatever you'd like it to be. Head start is the next section. The woodpecker's drive to find food has a byproduct. These birds make holes in trees, and they like to hang out with them. But when they leave, these holes also become great homes for other animals. The woodpecker comes when you have a potential to contribute to something beyond yourself, to the bigger picture. Using your initiative could help someone else more than you could ever realize. What you want to see for yourself and others, you can create. Don't wait. At this time, it's totally up to you to make it happen. If you spend too long perched idly by your burst of energy, enthusiasm, and inspiration, your burst of energy, enthusiasm, and inspiration will be gone. There's no time like the present. One of the other signs had this too. I want to say it was Taurus. I want to say it was another earth sign. So these earth signs are really, this earth energy is being asked to step up and take the action to make things better, not only for themselves, but for those around them. And this isn't just physical action, it's spiritual action. There's something here, being mindful, being mindful of what happens when you're uncomfortable. What do you do when you're uncomfortable? I think through these readings we've discussed lashing out, we've discussed running, we've discussed addiction, and now we're discussing once again compassion. And this was in another reading too, and this was in Cancer's reading also. Needing to show that compassion, sit compassionately in the moment, through the discomfort, and understand that everybody's going through a process here, but we can help each other. It is hard to step up and step in and want to do all this work when it's like around you, you're seeing a lot of people not stepping up and doing their part. You have to do what you can do. We can't control others. That is the message of these readings. The Siamese is one of the ecosystem cards of this. Like all house cats, the Siamese will catch any bird that comes their way. The woodpecker is no exception. This could have been Aries too. Do you feel like what needs to be done is a bit of a mystery? If you feel like you aren't sure where to go or what to get started on, this predator is a clue that if you begin taking baby steps in any direction, the path ahead of you will become clear. So any step right now is better than no step. So don't go into hiding right now. Okay, Virgo, you need to, whether this is communicate, this is just move, like take care of yourself, maybe exercise. Don't go into hiding. Don't go into the bed. Don't go into, I know I was feeling this a couple weeks ago and I was feeling this come in and it's just like, oh my gosh, the storm's coming through. Like there's another storm here, like only it's like a dust storm. It like feels gritty. And it's like, oh, what do you want to do during a storm? You want to hunker down. It's saying, this energy's been saying, we need to not hunker down. We need to sit and watch the storm and be present with it and see what it's showing us, what it's bringing to us. If we shut down or we go to sleep or we numb out, we're not going to get to experience this energy the way it and what it's trying to bring us, and especially in our awareness of how we handle discomfort. And just that's been the message through this these readings right now, guys. That's the energy going through. And it's the other one is the toucan. Did you know that the woodpecker and the toucan are related? These two industrious birds share the ability to do serious work with their beak. You won't hone your talents without initiative. Don't spin in circles trying to decide what it is you should be chasing after. Put some thought in, but at some point you will need to commit and get going. A lot of people never use their initiative because no one told them to. I love that. All right, so we got the manifestation, which is the crow in your strong point, okay? And I'm just going to read the, it says, just do it. Just as the crow continues to amaze us with what it can understand and accomplish, it's time for you to surprise yourself with what you are capable of manifesting. When this intelligent bird flies into your reading, it's a sign that despite what you think, you aren't lacking anything. Yeah, it's not in the future, it's not in the past, it's right here in front of you, ready for you to work with it. Because you're a strong manifester. You can strongly make whatever's happening right there work. Work for you, with you, it's there for you. But we can actually recognize that, realize that, and then we embrace it. And it brings in better vibes, it brings in better energy, you guys. And it is hard to do when things are really gritty and uncomfortable. I get it. But it's just something to keep in mind. That's why mindfulness is, and it's at the center of your reading. This is where you know this. There's a strong knowing of this. If you've been putting something off because you feel you just aren't ready or you don't have all the information, this bird isn't opportunistic. It encourages you to leap on exciting projects and ideas without hesitation. You'll thank yourself later. This bird is crafty. The problem solver asks you to use everything at your disposal to make things happen. An incredible recent discovery has shown us that the crow is able to do something that few animals are capable of, creating and using tools. As you manifest your dreams, work smarter, not harder. What tools surround you, and how can you use them to your advantage? Yeah, there's something here that you may be feeling is uncomfortable, that you need to be really mindful of the tools in it that you can utilize to manifest something better or something great for you, your life. And then the next section is phone a friend. The crow is unique for its particularly communal nature. Crows work together. They learn from each other and each warn each other of impending danger. The crow encourages you to put your extrovert hat on, hiding away, waiting for connection to find you. And if this is something where you've been in kind of a quiet place or kind of hermit place, this could be taking that first step to get out, go do something, talk to somebody, but using the time right now, not thinking, because it's whatever this is isn't coming to you, and you're going to it, and you're going to it through mindfulness and through taking care of yourself and manifesting with what you have more positive results. That's what I'm getting. Seek out those who you can learn from and make a point to surround yourself with those you share your passions and interests. So surrounding yourself with soul tribe or friends or really close people that understand you, you get them. They can help you, you can help them. It's empowering, and this feels like it could feel, I know this energy is feeling kind of disempowering. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. It's feeling like there's a lot of energies still, and this comes through people, this comes through situations, these energies trying to say you aren't, you can't, you don't, when you are, and you will, and you do have everything you need to make everything you want happen in your life. These are our disempowering energies that are flowing through right now, and this is a time we need to take initiative over our power to manifest right where we're at with everything we have, because we need nothing else, but everything else can be a tool to make things better, help us, help others. Most importantly, we all have a lot of magic. It's only those of us that choose to accept it that really understand it. Stevie Nicks said that. Now, compassion is in the weak, the weak spot. So this is definitely something, let me look here. Something to work on here. Compassion, and this is the manatee. Cruising along. This is the manatee, you guys. Cruising along. Perhaps the most important word there is compassion. It is not just essential, but it is a very breath of life. It is what lives at the center of everything. The manatee is a guide for compassion because it is an expert in the first steps. Slowing down and stepping back. This is, I feel like you're wanting something to just, boom, be done, be manifested, this is a process. So it's really important. We can't rush this. All we can do is take control over what we can do. And that doesn't mean, it's weird because it's just feeling, I know that sounds so like, step back, but take initiative. It's taking initiative with your energy and what you're doing with what you have right in front of you, not taking initiative to control or make things happen around you right now. This is all inner stuff, you guys. That's what it means. That's what I'm getting. Compassion occurs in simply being present and aware. Once again, be very present, be very aware, both for yourself and others. When you come on a stop, you might see that you have not been fully present. You need to take extra time now to experience compassion, even when it's challenging. That is this energy going through. There is tons of gritty energy coming from people, situations that are surrounding us. And here we are trying to do our work. We want everybody else to be healed and purified and released from their demons and be done and get on. And this is a process. We know how long it's taken to get here. So we know it takes others their time. We can do is just continue to show compassion because we've been there. And if we don't show that compassion, then what's that saying? It is hard. I get it, because a lot of times these energies will attack, will put you down, will try to disempower you, okay? Take your magic away because they don't believe in it. They don't believe that your mind and your tools, your magician tools, are that powerful, that they actually make a huge difference, or they just don't know how to use them, and that upsets them. But that's okay. We know there's been times we don't know how to use our tools sufficiently either. We still don't all the time. We don't communicate right all the time. We don't think right all the time. We get caught up in feeling ourselves get sucked back into old thinking patterns or old behaviors. And it's like, no, then you have to utilize what you have right in front of you to remind you that this is what you're working with. It is staying in a reality too. And sometimes that reality sucks. Let's just be honest. Sometimes reality does suck. Sometimes it feels really gritty and rotten. And it's like, and we know, like, yeah, we've gotten here through our own failures, defeats, and victories. But everybody else is going through their process too. It's really, really, really important right now to understand that and not hide from it, but watch it. Watch it unfold and see what's happening. Really observe what's happening around you, but don't let it affect what you're doing in your process. Don't let somebody else's process take you back to their point in the process when you're past that point. But be compassionate by not saying, well, why are you still there, or why haven't you, there's just so much about this energy, and it's hard, you guys. I get it. This is a hard one for me, and I do have a lot of Virgo in my chart too. So it's a hard one because I know how long I've been working on myself and my patterns of thinking and behaviors, and looking at my demons and looking at where they come from and trying and just releasing and healing and forgiving and doing all the things. And I feel like I see a lot of the same, it's people that have done the same things that absolutely cannot or are not choosing to see that they are really, and honestly, you can't fix a problem. You can't help a problem. You can't help a situation if they don't realize there's a problem. Okay, so first they got to realize there's a problem. So sometimes it is important to step back, not nurture it, not baby it, but just hold compassion in your heart for the person, the situation, the place, the thing, whatever it is that needs that space to just go through what they're going through. I know when I was going through this, there's times when I didn't get that space either. And it's important, but also you don't want to give somebody too much space either. You still want to you still want to radiate love their way, and compassion, because it lets them know that, and most of all, it just sends that energy out, even if they don't see it. If they're even if they say you're the most not compassionate person in the world, if you can just radiate that love their way and send a little love their way, you're doing that. And that's part of your process. If you're at that point in your process, you understand that this is part of the healing process, for others too. And if you didn't get it, you didn't get it. If you but I do feel like, when hate's sent your way or discontent is sent your way, when you're in this shift, this change, this process, it's depressing. It's sad. It feels lonely. It feels abandoned. You feel abandoned, and these are the demons we all fight. We're not abandoned. We're not, we can feel lonely, but that's a thought, because we aren't doing anything with we aren't productively using our spirits to connect with what's already there. So you feel a lot less lonely when you're doing work on yourself and just doing whatever it takes, you guys. But this could be a situation in your life where it's just feeling gritty, and it's asking you just to keep that compassionate place for whoever you're observing or whatever you're in, the storm you're in. Understand it's playing a part in a process. And if you're in this process, I have compassion for you. I understand. I've been there. I know what this entails, and it's gritty. And I'm going through grittiness right now too. So, you guys aren't alone. So just to let you know, this is just gritty. Okay. It's so grueling. And it is. And patience is a huge part of this. Okay. Because we need to be patient, because stuff doesn't happen on our time. Okay. Healing doesn't happen on our time. The things that are meant to come in for us aren't happening. It isn't instant gratification. And when we don't get instant gratification, especially if you come from the old tools, the old mindset, you may just try to numb. You may try to run away. You may try to hide. You may let it get to you. You may not take this time to take initiative to ground yourself, center yourself, calm yourself, bring yourself to a more patient and compassionate place, not only for yourself, but for those around you. And that's the message of this card. It says, I don't go by the rule book. I lead from the heart, not the head. And that is very important, because it's just so much, you guys, okay? So I'm going to get a little animal card here. So we got that, and then we're going to get we got the butterfly and the turtle on bottom. Turtle's been coming through pretty strong too. It is about getting back to that center, getting back to that home. It's just so interesting. I'm just going to pull a few of these here for this mindfulness. Yeah. Be mindful of what you're contributing energetically, especially right now, to those around you. And is there something there you can learn from and take away from this situation? Stay focused. The Two of Wands here. Staying focused on that. There is a lot going on here, you guys, okay? We need to try to be positive, be optimistic. See that it's the Ten of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and this Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is about collaboration, getting with others. You could be really not wanting to be a part of this grittiness, and you don't have to be in it. You don't have to be the grit. You can just be there. Compassionately sending out good energy to people and not contributing to the grittiness. That is initiative right there, not to contribute to this kind of grittiness, because it's easy to get sucked in to the storm and start getting swept away. So it's really important to stay centered right now. I'm feeling that, especially with the Two of Wands coming in right after it. This is staying focused. This is staying clear direction, clear path forward. Seeing that path forward is going to come through your contribution to the whole, you guys, the whole, the Ten of Pentacles, the whole. I always look at this as lifetimes upon lifetimes of work, maybe years and years and years upon work, generations upon generations of work in this lifetime, but I look at it as lifetimes. So this is going towards this goal of this Ten of Pentacles, a healed, I always see the genealogy and the DNA stuff with the Ten of Pentacles. I always see that, how we're all so connected, and we need to connect. We need to connect to that, knowing that we are connected to it and that we can contribute and not pull ourselves away from the contribution. Be mindful of not getting in a mess right now, but staying focused on the big picture, the Ten of Pentacles. And this Ten of Pentacles isn't just material stuff or money, you guys. It's legacy. It's complete. It's like, what energy does this carry forever? Like, it's so hard to describe, you guys. It's like your imprint. It's like an imprint that you enter, like your whole lifetime upon lifetimes. It's your energetic imprint that you're leaving on a situation, or you're bringing to a situation or a relationship or whatever. It's that connection. Let's go to the butterfly real quick here. Here we go. Undergoing great change and transformation. There is a lot happening here. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. This has been a thing. The Six of Swords energy, it's been an energy in the air, and it's feeling very like kind of gritty. It's feeling more like the gritty part of it, not the coming to shore where it's peaceful part of it. It's the rough waters part of it. So there's definitely something here with our air, and it's also air energy. So it's our mind, how we're taking this change, how we're adapting to this change, how we're being mindful during this change, taking care of ourselves, how are we handling our discomfort, and what are we choosing to contribute to, the past, a future, or right now, where this is right now what we need to be focusing on. It says, it is the element of the heart. This change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, this is a totally different card, you guys, the butterfly, and we got that discomfort. So there's something getting ready to happen. If you aren't already in this, it's a big transition. It's a big change. It's really important right now to be mindful of that. It says, be extra patient and kind during this time. And we got this compassion here. Be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon, committing to one daily routine, a practice, a meal, or a prayer. done at the same place and time, will do wonders for lifting the butterfly spirit. When it's in balance, it's cheerful and graceful. When it's out of balance, it's fragile and frustrated. I can feel that. To bring into balance a daily routine. So needing to get into that daily meditation or that daily practice of maybe listening to music in the morning, whatever it is, just be mindful that you're taking care of yourself right now. So let's go ahead and get a light worker, the white light oracle. Get one of these. Magnetism of Eros. So it takes me, and then the Yogini of 285 hertz on the bottom. Okay, let's read that. We have to be optimistic right now. There's a feeling here of in strong manifestation mode and attracting what we're putting ourselves into. Being very mindful of what we're putting ourselves into energetically right now. Trust in what your heart yearns for without concern about how it will manifest. This goes right with the reading, you guys. It's like being too concerned about the manifestation instead of how it's going to manifest. Trust in what your heart wants and yearns for without concern about how it's going to come to. Take steps toward that which moves your heart. So take the steps, which is the initiative, forward that make you feel good, make your heart feel good. Reach out for what your soul wants and needs. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, for only then you can be truly held. That which appears out of reach or unavailable to you is closer than you realize. If this is about love, which was on the bottom of the animal deck, you guys, remember that if this is about trying to make some love happen in your life or more love to be felt in your life, whether this is your own self-love or love around you or with another, it's saying it's not somewhere else. It's saying it's right there. There's patience needed. There's a process happening here. It's our soul's fascination, which appears different and calls us to a deep level. It's our soul's fascination with that which appears different and calls to us at a deep level. This soul deep attraction inspires us to remain open. This is very different energy from maybe what you're at, where you're at. So it's gritty, it's conflictive. It feels, it's opposite almost, Be passionate and willing to engage with life, other people, and new vitalizing pathways and practices that inspire us. It keeps us moving on our authentic life path, living by the call of the heart. This oracle indicates that your heart is being called to a particular path or way in life. It may not make logical sense, but to honor the call of the heart is to honor the needs of the soul. The call of the heart can lead you into unknown and intriguing territory. It can feel liberating, but also unsettling. As you let go of known worlds and reach for the unfamiliar, following such a path will bring a fresh influx of energy and expand your understanding of yourself, your path, and your higher purpose it is meant to be. To resolve the negative Thanatos drive within us and in our world, we need Eros. We need to embrace life, including our negative experiences. That's what this is about. There's something gritty happening in the energy right now, and I've said it through these readings, and I'm feeling it. And we need to embrace this. Even though we want to run or hide or not engage, it's interesting. We need to embrace life, including our negative experiences, by acknowledging and healing our suffering. We can find the courage and wisdom to live more fully. The challenge and gift of Eros leads us into our vulnerability. From there, we can also recognize our strength and dignity. We become able to let go and heal. This oracle brings a message that life has particular gifts to share with you. And those gifts sometimes come in gritty things, you guys. And in the things we perceive as negative. We get a lot of gifts from those things, but we got to see them. You got to understand what they are. You got to make sure you believe they're there and see them. A lot of people don't believe there's anything good from going through bad stuff. I know it doesn't mean you're better for having gone through a lot of turmoil, bad stuff, but it does bring in a new lesson, a new thing about yourself you learn, or others, or your resilience, or your strength, or your compassion. There's a promise of deep soulful connection within your true self and with others, and a healing realization that you are truly desired and loved. That is what I'm feeling. Don't we all just want to be loved and desired? You are encouraged to explore new pathways, especially if you feel out of your depth and a bit vulnerable in doing so. More so if they involve personal healing. This oracle indicates a path is opening up for you, and it may not be the easiest way forward. But when your heart leaps at the prospect of it, know something truly special is unfolding for you through the pathway. Trust where your heart is leading you. This could feel like something you don't want, even a path. It could be something really gritty and feeling like an ending, feeling like not even just an ending. It's not even feeling like an ending. It's just feeling like rough, like wanting to walk away when the gateway or the doorway is right there in the middle of the mess, if that makes sense. That's what I'm getting, all right? Okay, Virgo, so that is your guys' reading. I do hope it helped somebody, and as always, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.